I have a friend we dated for a while in our youth, but we came to the conclusion that we were not a very good couple. We decided to remain friends. We've been friends for 15 years. My friend was going through a personal drama now. She thinks that all men are bastards. I got tired of listening and I answered her, "It's not worth equating everyone with the same comb. Among women there will be worse ones." In response, she told me there was nothing like that. We are of a different nature. I realized that it was useless to argue with her. It turned out to be a beautiful autumn day. I decided to distract her from the negativity and invited her to the forest. Our plans were to have a picnic and pick mushrooms. We went outside the city. The places there are beautiful, a huge forest with a lake in the center. We parked the car and decided to start with picking mushrooms. We left the picnic for later, as the tables were all occupied. We went with her through the woods. Let's go pick mushrooms and chat, breathe fresh air. At one point she waves at me. Come here quietly. I crept up and sat down next to him. She pointed through the bushes to the opposite slope. I looked closer, and there are two people fussing. Camouflage pants pin an orange jacket against a tree. It was immediately clear what was going on there. My friend noted that they are no longer young, but at the same time virtuosos. There was one oddity. They had one basket for two. I put forward a version. There was a woman picking mushrooms, and then a young maniac from the bushes. More like the opposite, a friend noticed. Let's go from here. Let's not get in the way, otherwise envy is a bad feeling. I was joking. We hurried back, returned to the lake and began to look for a place to eat. There was no free table. One table was occupied by a group of young people. A large family was sitting at the second, and a man and a woman were sitting at the third table. They were calmly sorting through the mushrooms. We asked to sit at the third table, and they kindly moved over. 15 minutes later, a man asked us, "Did you guys meet a woman in an orange jacket in the woods?" My wife left and disappeared, and she's not answering her phone. We froze and looked at each other. Maybe it's true that his wife is in trouble. It turns out we passed by. I just wanted to say, yes, we saw, when an orange jacket with a basket appeared cheerful and blooming on the horizon. My friend and I are sitting with surprised eyes, watching. Jennifer, where did you go? You've been gone for over an hour. How many times have I said, don't stray far from me, and respond when I call you? The man started yelling at her. I won't go into the woods with you anymore. You're constantly getting lost. Pete, I do not know how it happened, the orange jacket said, smiling and apologetically. Jennifer, we are very worried here. We even thought that something had happened to you. The woman began to scold her. It was probably Pete's mother. Well, what could have happened to me? There are a lot of people in the forest. I just got lost in thought and went far away. When I realized that I was lost, I started asking people for directions. It's just a pity that I didn't manage to collect a lot of mushrooms at all. They argue without paying attention to us. Jennifer, as long as I've lived with you, I've never tired of being amazed at your absent-mindedness. Her husband continued to scold her. It's all thanks to you, Pete. I would have disappeared without you a long time ago, Jennifer said sweetly, hugging the unfortunate Pete. Well, stop being angry. Better give me the car keys, and I'll go get some sandwiches and champagne. At that moment, Pete's mother happily shouted, Look who's coming, it's neighbor Bill. Hello, Bill. How did you end up here? Bill came up, greeted him, and said that he had come to relax with friends. The young guy looked to be no more than 30 years old. Bill was wearing the same camouflage pants. After exchanging a few phrases, Bill went to the company of people who were sitting at the next table. Jennifer, with a cheerful, unperturbed face, called Bill, "If you have time, come visit. We are always glad to see you." We finished our tea and went for a walk along the lake. "What a horror," a friend said. "But you claim that women are of a different nature. You see how it is. Not only men are bastards," I replied to my friend, and this time she agreed with me.